everybody. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. How's everybody doing? I'm a little late. I said I was gonna be here at 9, but I wasn't. I'm sorry. Hello, Eddie and Sarah, Rose Petal, Willanopa, Brian. Hello, Jamie. How you guys doing? Welcome in. I'm giving readings tonight, so just let me know. Polly, Miss T, Catrico, Shauna. What is that? There's a huge gap in between. Okay. I don't know what always happens, but sometimes my chat in Twitch is, or in, not in Twitch. Twitch is working fine, surprisingly, but sometimes my shit is not working properly in TikTok. Resilient Dawn, I like that name. Eric Cooper, Iriaza? Or Iriaza? Ariaza? Forgive me if I did not pronounce your name correctly. Sometimes I don't know what is the intentional emphasis in the name. Ladybug, it's lovely Martini. Hi everybody. Mama Bear, Amina, Taylandra. Oh, one of my candles just extinguished. Ah. Tony Clark. Welcome everybody. If you want a reading, let me know. That deck is ready to go. And please, if you like the stream, please like, follow, and share, okay? Pretty please. I'm still trying to reach my 1,000 followers. Can you believe it? I'm not at 1,000 followers. I'm like, people don't love me at all. Lady Meow Meow, Star. Hello. Welcome in. Ohio born. What's up? Escalante. Hello. What are you guys up to? Where are you guys from? Tell me. I think most of my viewers are from the U.S. John Deppard. Renee Bush. Hello. Thanks for joining me. My hair is not doing the thing today again. It's just not going to happen because of this fucking weather. Peyton, Queen, Ashley. And it still hasn't rained. It's still drier than a dryer sheet out there. Santiago, Dragon. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? Let me know if you want a reading. You don't have to get a reading. You can just chill and talk with me, but I'm just saying. Courtney, Ruth. I love shuffling this deck. I like this deck. I'm good. I'm okay. Jen, Lance. I'm hanging in there, you know? Perfectly imperfect. BMF, you'll take a quickie? Okay. Jessica Cole. Alicia. Okay, I'll give you a one card reading, BMF. I got you. Do you want to ask about? Do you want to ask me anything, Steven? Why the fuck is Nirvana playing on my shit right now? I'm not even. I don't really like Nirvana. Like, it's not my music. I mean, of course, like I guess they're considered like pioneers for their genre or whatever. But I mean, what about Alice in Chains? They were fucking way better, and they started around the same time, if not earlier, than Nirvana. Just a feel good read. All right, Mamacita. Hola. Kurt the man was. I'm sorry. Oh God, too soon? No, I don't think so. Kelsey, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I have respect for what they did, but this shit, it's, you know what it also is? Like, if I didn't hear that shit all the time, I'd probably feel differently about it, but it's like, that shit is so overplayed that I'm just like, oh, here comes Teen Spirits again, great. And it's totally a karaoke song now, too, right? Like, Journey. Small town girl. Everybody, like, you don't want to hear that shit anymore because you've heard it for 30 fucking years. Ah, sorry about that little. Uh, yeah. Sorry about my little rant there, but it's true. All right. Enough of this bullshit. Let's get to work, shall we? For whatever reason that may be. What, to convince me or something? Kurt can sexual explicit uh content. What? This candle had like still wax in it. I don't understand the world anymore. Ah! I should have known that was not gonna work. Sometimes I think I might be blonde, but I'm actually not blonde. Janice, user Cam Winhand, Shelby, Kim, D12. Damn. What's going on, people? Yell at me if you want a reading. I'm about to give good old Leo, Ma, good old BMF a reading here. Mandat, designer, Ebony, Monkey, Matthew. Hi, everybody. Please like and share this stream. Please like and share, okay? And follow me. I need all the followers so I can hit my 1,000. Dee Dee, Renee. All right, BMF, you ready? I got you. All right, let's see. Wow. This is good. Jen, hello. This is good. That's the King of Wands. Stop saying Kurt playing for a reason. Stop saying that. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's not true. Anyway, you have the King of Wands here. Look at that. The King of Wands. That is an expression. I think it's a description, like it's descriptive, and I think it's either about yourself or somebody that's close to you that has like a substantial effect on your life. Because the King of Wands is a card that describes somebody like almost like with parental qualities, somebody that watches over others, that is kind, and understanding, and like a fatherly figure, like a teacher. Okay, like loving parental qualities and a wise leader. Okay, so plays a big role in your life. It has a big influence on your life. Nicole, hello. Jill. Um, so either that's yourself, that you portray this person, that you are this person, or it is somebody close to you, and it has a very positive, and it's also illuminating in your life, and it's also a big part of your life. Okay, maybe center stage. So that's what we can see here with that. That's very nice. Prissy, Jazzy, hello. You guys want a reading? Call out, call out. Let me know, let me know. I'm here. I am here. I actually did get some sleep this time around, so I'm awake right now. I'm not actually tired at all. Yesterday, I was tired, but today, I'm good. I am good. So, I hope you liked that reading. I hope you could resonate with that, BMF. That is my hope. Very nice. So what are you up to, BMF? What are you doing tonight? You having a relaxing night, or are you gonna party it up, or what? It is Wednesday, I believe. Shit, somewhere losing track of days. Yeah, Wednesday. Indeed. Hey, silly Sil. How are you doing? Welcome in. Oh, okay. That's not really good. What's that? Did you get whatever you had there resolved, or? That's good. Matthew, hello. That's good that you're not. That's good. I mean, Zaxi. Shit. That's scary. That's scary. That's one of my like most. It's not even. You can't say irrational fear because it's a rational fear. I feel like is taking my freedom away from me, man. Like just the thought of that makes me like nervous as hell. Like that somebody could take my freedom away from me. Like do whatever you want. Like take all my shit, fucking torture me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. But if you put me and if you lock me away, no, no, that's I can't even like. Ooh, no, no, no. It's scary. It's scary. But it's not even scary. It's just like the feeling is like I can't handle the thought or the feeling about that. I don't know. What am I listening to? No, no, I can't. As much as no, I can't. It's too pussy. Like that is such a that is. Oh my god, it's whiny. It's whiny. I don't like whiny shit. K Solo, what's up? I like whiny shit that's actually like a little deeper than just my boyfriend or my girlfriend or like that shit is so fucking annoying to me because I don't know. The lyrics are never good enough. The lyrics are always so simple and so like desperate that I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not gonna I can't relate. Hopefully we'll have a better stream than yesterday. Yesterday was very slow in here. Come on, people. Share my stream. Like my stream. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. You know you like me. You know you want to like me. You know you're like, I don't know if I should like her or not. I think she may be crazy. But I think I still like her. That's what you're thinking right now. I'm psychic. I know these things. So, it's okay to like me. I'm cool. I'm cool. So, follow me. Catch a brief reflection of what you couldn't mind helping is your light and your ability to become my perfect enemy. Wake up, look at you. Come on now, don't play there because maybe I will walk away and face fucking disappointment. Ah. Oh. Wake up, look at you. Come on now, don't play that. Shots? Ah, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. You know, the shots thing's like one of those things like, I'll do them, if I have to. But I like doing them with other people, not by myself. By myself, I just have a little drinky poo, and that's it. But, okay. I do like, I mean, I do like, after I perform with my band, it's usually like, depending on where we play, if we play at our usual place, then people will buy me shots or us shots, and then I'll drink it. And then a lot of times the next morning, I don't remember half of the shit that happened. Cause it's, after the show is like celebration time. It's kind of like, on one hand, like a celebration cause, we're at a bar, we're at a show, good music, good bands, da da da. But on the other hand, it's also like a, kind of like a, like we did it, we didn't majorly fuck up, the equipment all was fine, like we did a good performance. People liked us, you know what I mean? Maybe there's even some autographs on some CDs, which makes me feel really giddy, makes me feel a little fucking giddy. So when that happens, then it's like, I'm drinking, I'm drinking. I might have one or two beers before the show just to loosen up a little bit, but I don't get hammered. I've done that like once or twice that I played drunk, not really drunk, but pretty buzzed. I played, and bro, I no, I almost like lost my track, and like it's not good. It's not good because you're impacted by the alcohol. It's like it does have an effect on you. So it makes you, like, you think, that's the weird part about alcohol. Like, you think you're great, right? You think you're doing just fine, but when you just kind of snap into it for just like 2 seconds, you realize, bro, you're not doing fine. Like, shit, get your shit together. And then you just kind of like get it together, and then you sober out in that moment, because you realize like, oh shit, I can't be acting like that. So Um, yeah. So the two times I did, the first time I did it was kind of all right, but then the second time I did it, I realized I was like, I don't think I want to do that again. Like that was a close call. You know what I mean? Hey, Sarah. Terra Zeleman. I care. Don't think I'm talking. That we're friends. On the ground. Yeah, so I like that part in the song. So yeah, I learned from that. I haven't really done shots. Anyway, haven't been going out. I don't have the money. I like going out, but I really just don't have the money. Period. That's just how it is. So I gotta stay my fat ass inside. Too much. You're giving. Not enough. On the ground. Watch this. Get in your house, you fucking. Oh, I hate my neighbors. They're so dirty and gross and stupid. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. I can't. I'm being asked right now to play a show next year. But I told the person that's asking me, they gotta ask me a little closer to the date because things for me are like really in the air right now. I don't know what's gonna happen here. They've been in the air for a fucking while. Let's see if I can. What is that? Share? Oh wow! Why not? I don't give a shit. Ew. Oh, don't show me that weird shit. What the fuck is going on there? My God. This person acts like, what's up, Cash? How you doing? Aggravating. Aggravating. Keep on calling me. Oh. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me that. Give me that. Robinson, Motors, Paige, how you guys doing? Welcome in. Let me know if you want a reading. I'm here to give readings. For now. And just don't get it. That's Hey, bruh. How you doing? I think that. Oh no, it's bah, not bruh. Sorry. See what? I give readings here. If you want one, let me know. What the fuck? Ah, or you can just have a good old chat with me. You don't have to get a reading. Where are you from? B or boo? Boosh? MC? From the good old UK. I got a good friend in the UK. I love him. Okay. Sorry. I'm from Germany, so we're kind of neighbors a little bit. I live in Florida, yeah, but true. Exactly, exactly. We are Europeans. Yeah, yep. I got a good friend over there in he told me once where in England, but he's plays in a heavy metal band that is pretty big actually. They play with like really big acts. So we joke around a lot. I like his humor. It's pretty dry and it's pretty like it's forward and sometimes a little derogatory, sometimes a little too much, but not often. But it's funny, vulgarity a little bit, but in a good old dry English way. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, a little edgy. Yeah. Pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. I mean, it is this way. Like people, I tell them like you can ask a question and then we can pull a card and see if the card can give us an answer to the question. But sometimes that's not how it works, right? Because sometimes, especially if you're new, like with you, I almost want to bet it's gonna happen with you. But it's like when it's somebody that's new that wants a reading, the cards won't give me the answer to their question, but the card will rather give me a description of their character or like a character trait or something personal about them because the cards know this new energy and they're trying to introduce it to me. It's funny when that happens because then something happens like they ask, oh, is my boyfriend gonna call me tomorrow or some shit like that, right? And then the card will tell me, oh, you just recently like lost a lot of money in gambling or some shit like that, right? And then they're like, oh my god, that's spot on. And I'm like, yeah, because that's what the card is telling me instead, you know? It's not telling me anything about the boyfriend. It's just introducing the person. Like, look, my cards are like, look, this is this person. Hello, Stephen. Even. Ah. See, that's how. Sometimes that's called synchronicities. That's how it goes. Hello, Cherry. Cherries. Cause two. Mhm. Anything you want. Anything you want. No, I mean it does have to be about something that that your energy is focused on. Something that your energy is concerned with. It definitely does have to be about something like that. So yeah, so like you can ask like, am I gonna score getting this job that I applied for? Or you can ask, will I get a new car? Or you can ask like, uh, you can ask anything you want. Hello, Matthew. You can ask anything you want. These were very like superficial like examples, but you can ask anything. It can absolutely be vague. Yes. Hmm. Thinking it over. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. All right. All right. For the first week of June. Okay. I'm thinking it over. Hey, Linda. Nice to see you again. You were in here. I saw you. I know you. Sorry, I lost the card I gotta find. I gotta go fishing. Damn it, I'm running over my cable. It's my guitar cable. It's fucked anyway. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, I'm kind of like, I'm so curious. What is your plan, MC? What is your plan? I'd rather call you B, though. That's better. I'll just call you B. Alright. We're going to check now. We're going to check. But look, caution to the tail. Like I said, it might not tell us anything. Okay, cool. Oh, after it's happened? That's too long. That's too far away. Well, wait a minute. First week of June is coming up in like 2 days, so. But then it's a week from today. It's too long. It's too long. I want to know now. Right now. No, just kidding. Okay. But like I said, it might not tell us anything about it. Okay, so like, don't be mad if it doesn't. Okay, we can try again. We have unlimited tries to do this. But let's see. So I'm singing, but oh my. Okay. I have a. I think. Oh my God. Okay. This is not good. Okay, let's just start there. This is not good. I am sorry. Hold on. I gotta check something real quick. So yeah, we got the Three of Swords. Okay. Now, I want to say it's related to your trip or whatever plan. Oh, I said trip. Oops. So it's the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords means like heartbreak. It means separation. So it means like whatever plan. Okay, so it's either applicable to your plan or um it is something that has recently happened to you. Okay, might be a combination of both, but it is about it's about heartbreak, separation. It's about a stormy relationship. Okay, and it's about longing for an absent love. Okay, so whatever plan you have in June, if it is to better the situation that just recently occurred that did this, that's a good thing, I would say. Or whatever plan you're planning is going to turn into this. It's definitely one of the two. So. Okay, so then we have to apply, because if that's the case, because we're talking about separation. Okay, so if that's the case, then it's like, okay, it's not good. It's about breaking up. It's about not working out. Like a stormy relationship in some aspects with coinciding with this trip, or with this. I keep saying trip with this plan because I keep seeing you taking a trip somewhere, but I don't. But so I feel like there might be a bad situation or something. It's not good. Well, whatever it is not good. I'm sorry. It is also really shitty that like that's my first reading of the night and it's shitty. Okay, so maybe that's what it is then. Because like I said, it's either something that just very recently like happened to you, some bad separation with something that's close to you. Yes, it could be love, but if it doesn't apply to love, obviously it's something else. It's definitely there somewhere. But that's how these cards work. Like for instance, the Pentacles are usually about finances, right? But sometimes, depending on the situation, if you have like a certain pentacle card, that talks about like abundance, it could be like abundance of love rather than abundance of money. You know what I mean? Pulley poo. Um, so maybe it was that. Like I said, it's something that really bad happened because, you know, see, that's probably what it is because this is about love. You love that creature. Stormy relationship, separation, they ran away. That's probably what it is. And it's showing up in your cards. See, it did exactly what I told you it was going to do. It introduced me to you. It told me something about you that just happened that was like a, it's like kind of a traumatic experience to you that affected you deeply in a negative way. So if something has a major effect on you, be it in a positive or negative way, it'll show itself in the card because that energy, your energy is like excreting that. So that's what we just saw then. Nothing about the trip. Why do I have fucking corn again? My God, stop giving me corn. I'm so sick of it. I gotta unlike all the corn songs. But then I don't get any corn at all. I want a little corn. Sure, we can try to find that out. Hopefully we will. Give a dog a bone. Give a dog a bone. Give a dog a bone. Itchy. Ah! Next time, Patty will give a dog a bone. Next time, Waka flocka fool. Same. Itchy? Yeah, no wonder it was this fucking weather. Sleepy too? No! Don't go to sleep. Alright. B. Let's check it out. Oh my god! No! Oh my god, dude, no. I hate giving bad readings to people. Shit. This is so fucking I mean, this is directly related to your financial situation. I hate that right now. It's the Wheel of Fortune inverted. It's almost self-explanatory, right? If you really think about it. Oops. So it is about like unexpected happenings, okay? It's about like unfortunate events and unexpected results. Unexpected results can also still mean something else, you know, maybe you get more than you wanted. But unfortunate events, there's also definitely something that's going to go wrong there too. So, yeah. Shit! I can't believe that. What do you mean options disappearing? Waka flocka fool. That's such a weird name. My rage, I'm still a rat in a cage. The spider. Okay, yeah. This does sound like the important question. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Oh, no option? It depends. It depends. Alright. Flower, lollipop, chocolate, and hibiscus flower. Hello. I think you just put your most favorite things in your name or something. I think it's cute. I wish I could be cutesy like that, but I'm hard. And I gotta act hard as fuck. I'm girly too in some things. I'm girly. Just a little. Alright. Okay, so of course you were asking about fucking financial situation. And here we get the Six of Pentacles inverted. Okay, that's after. So the Six of Pentacles inverted. Maybe that has to do with your problematic financial situation because the pentacles are about finances. Like I said, it's equal or similar to the coin in conventional decks, right? They usually have coin. My decks most of the time have I don't know why. I don't think I have any deck that has coins instead. I don't know, but so this again is not really. I mean, this fucking card is directly about selfishness, hoarding wealth, and mishandled finances. Like, this is straight up the three major things about this card. So, it's not good, see? America's not gonna buy nothing. In the Orange and Chief's dream. Crazy maniac. Jujubee. But yeah, that's the answer. Because you did ask, though, what's going to happen in the future. That was also my thought, too, because I did not, like, my thought was like, okay, the selfishness, I think that's more in the future than it is, like, currently. And it doesn't mean that you're, like, going to be completely selfish in general, but there might be a particular situation financially where you're going to have no choice but to be selfish. That's what I tell people often, too, like, people think like, I won't know what she was talking about. No. When this situation happens to you, you will immediately know. You will connect this reading tonight to that situation. You're like, that's what she was talking about. That's how it's going to go. I'm telling you right now. Gotcha. Yeah, so I don't know. Anything can happen. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Is this for real right now? This for real. This for real. Yeah, bro. That guy that came in here, that fucking fool, he left. Or they left. As soon as I said that the moron Trump won't buy the country. Well, I'm sorry. The Americans here got a fucking crazy maniac for president. That's fucking nuts. What goes on here? Holy shit. And to think that obviously more than half the country voted for that fucking crazy freak that's scary, man. But that's because their generation of parents and grandparents didn't go through the Holocaust like we Germans did. We Germans know better than that. We've seen the signs. We saw the signs 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So they have never been through that. Their emotions? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I know. I know. It's horrible here right now. It's absolutely horrible. It's like virtually martial law right now here. That's how you could really see it. And this is only the beginning. The motherfucker has only been in office now for what, 3 months? He's gonna be in there for another almost 4 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. Uh, and I was raised in that way too. My parents were always admirers of the U.S., and always it was a dream to come here, and it was my dream to come here. And my mom would go so far, she would wear everything USA on her socks. I'm, Mom, you gotta buy socks for USA. She's like, yes, USA. And it was always this big thing, my mom always kind of instilled in me, the president of the United States, like, that's really a big deal, like, that is somebody, if you ever get to meet the president, like, you gotta respect him. It doesn't matter, even if you don't like him, that's the president's the president. But I know that my mother would not think that way about him, and it makes me feel bad, right? I feel guilty that I don't respect the president, but there's no way. There's no way. The misogyny, the sexism, the racism, the fascism, the blatant hate against other people is it's so obvious, and it's so potent with him that I just can't, I cannot ignore that. I cannot ignore such a tyrant and say, okay, because he's the president, I'm going to have to respect it. No, no, no. Not when you're hateful. Not when you promote hate and division. No. Yeah, he does. And exactly, B. Thank you for saying that. That's really it. Like, I had a conversation with somebody that's really close to me, and that person actually likes Trump, or let's say liked, because that person would like make these jokes with me, Trump, 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 and stuff like that in the past. Um, and I was still able to kind of laugh. But then when things started to happen, when he became actually elected, and when he started to do these like awful things to people, and it directly affects me because I'm an immigrant here, and I have, there are things going on with me right now that directly affect me, the things that he has implemented. Okay, so when that started happening, I was like, let me explain something to you, to my close friend. I said, if you give any shit about me, you gotta understand who's responsible for the position that I'm in right now. And if it does not make you feel a certain way about it, then you really don't give a shit about me, because it is actually affecting me. I mean, besides that, if you're actually, you know, a caring human, you should care even about strangers that they're being negatively affected by this right now. You know what I'm saying? But I can still somehow grasp in some fucked up way, I guess, that maybe you don't have a connection there, and you really don't give a shit about it or whatever. But now somebody that's close to you is directly affected by this asshole. So now what? You still gonna sit here and say Trump, Trump, Trump? I mean, if you do, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, no, no, it's not. It's not. So the people that voted for him are just as hateful as him. Want to spread just as much hate as him. Any of them that I've ever talked to, they have nothing but hateful words, nothing but awful and hateful words, aggression and division and fear. That's what it's all based on. It's fear of change. They're afraid of changes. You know, and yeah. So that's it. But anyway, let me shuffle that for you. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I believe that too. I believe that too. But that's the unfortunate part. It has to go that far, and then that's how these things happened with the Holocaust in Germany. Um, it happened so slowly, the degradation of the certain people, the separation, the incarcerations, the taking away of personal belongings, blah blah, over time, and the next thing you know, you're in a dictatorship and you're being persecuted You know, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Like, next thing you know, how it was in Germany. Next thing you know, fucking over 10 million people, or what, 13 million people are killed for no reason. 6 million Jews. That's fucking. That number is not even like. That's not even. I can't even fathom that number of people. Women, men, children, everything, all of them. It didn't fucking matter. And I do want to tell you, my great grandfather was a concentration camp survivor, not Jewish, but he worked for the local newspaper at the time, and he wrote funny caricatures about Hitler when he first came into power. And so the next thing you know, the Gestapo showed up at the door and arrested him on the premise that they needed a signature for him at the police station. He said, "There's nothing I need to sign. I know exactly why you're here. So let me finish my dinner and then I'll come with you, because And he was incarcerated, and he was in 5 concentration camps. And he, when he was released from the concentration camp, he he wrote a book about it, of course, in German. So I just recently finished the translation of that book, and I published it on Amazon. And if you read that story, the similarities between how these things occurred, to what's happening here now is uncanny, right? It's called Fall into Darkness. Let's see here. Um, growing up in Germany, like, of course, we were like, it was pushed into our brain about World War II, but I can tell you right now, everything that I've ever read, everything that I've ever seen, um, does not compare to the book that my great grandfather wrote. It was so, like, horrible. It was so much more horrific than what others, like how others portray it on the TV or in documentaries or whatever. The detail that he got into it was so crazy. So I really, I don't know. It just, to me, it took me. It's kind of like my life's work that I just put into doing this, because it took me a long time. It was a very, very crazy process, because, like, um, to be able to maintain the context and its actual strong meaning at the same time, translating it properly, in the correct grammar, was pretty crazy. That was a pretty crazy undertaking. You know what I mean? Because you found it. Yeah. Yeah, not to mention that was also a big part of it, like, because of course, having to edit it and everything multiple times to make sure the grammar and all that stuff is correct. So I had to read the book basically like 6 or 7 times back to back, and it is a mental marathon having to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, and I mean, if you really like the book, like, please share it. I'm trying to get people to buy it. The paperback. I'm excited about it. I'm proud of it. I'm proud that I did it. I think it's more crucial than it has ever been, to have this, out there for the world. I think my great grandfather would hopefully be proud and happy that I did it. So if you can share it, if you have people that like it, oh, it's not letting me. Yeah. Yep. That's what I said. I just did it. I just did it. Yep. Yep. It was crazy. There was like, at the end of doing it, there were 4 days. In 4 days, I put like 50 hours in that fucking book. It was crazy. The most unfortunate part about the whole thing is when my great grandfather up, after his release, which, well, you gotta read it. I'm not gonna give it away, but and I didn't add that to it because somebody told me I should have, but I don't know. I didn't because like I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I'll make that a part two or something. I have to find out more information about it. That's another thing. Like I don't know the details about it really, only what my mom told me, but I really would like to figure out more facts on it somehow. But my great grandfather actually hanged himself. He hanged himself and he killed himself because he could not live with the memories of the concentration camp. And that's the real premise to the story. You know what I mean? Ah, thank you for saying that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it means a lot to me. I really, because both my parents are dead. All of my grandparents are dead. Like most of my family is dead. I have like two aunts, one uncle, and four cousins left. That's all I have left of my family, and that's mostly on my Serbian side because my father was from Serbia. So that's mostly my Serbian family. There's only three members of my German family with the last name Rima that I have left that I know of, right? And I'm not even on speaking terms with them at all. They just don't speak to me basically. I only speak to my Serbian family now, so it's like it's pretty much the only thing left that I could at least do for in the Rima name, my last name. So because I don't have any kids right now. Maybe I will, but I don't have any right now. So my brother is never gonna have any kids. So the name Rima is, you know, could possibly be dying with my brother. Thank you, thank you. I hope so. I hope so because the way I did the book too is like I replicated it basically exactly how the original is. Right? Somebody was here and was kind of looking at me doing it for a day. They were just hanging out with me or whatever. And they were like, "Wait a minute, the contents are on the back page?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's." He's like, "Well, that's kind of weird." And I was like, "Well, that's how the book is. I'm doing it like even the front cover. That's exactly how my great grandfather's book looks like. It's back in its glass case now because it's starting to fall apart because it's so old, and I don't want it to get any more damage. So I put it back in its glass case and locked it in there and everything. Because there's only two copies of the original. I own one, and the other one is in the KZ Gedenkstelle in Dachau, Germany, on display. So my great grandfather is kind of famous because he's also actually. I got in contact with the Gedenkstelle in Dachau, and they actually explained to me that my great grandfather was actually mentioned in another person's book that wrote about the concentration camp experiences. So it's kind of like my great grandfather is a little famous, basically. So it's kind of cool. It's neat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. With the book, that name will definitely carry on. Then, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. It makes me happy to think about it. Because it's really it's huge to me. And it was one of those really freak accidents too because like one night I was sitting at the bar and I was drinking by myself, but I live in like the biggest retirement community in Florida, which is horrible. Like, okay, it's kind of horrible because it's just old people, so death is just like you just think about the imminent death being around you at all times, the inevitable. But it's whatever. These people around here, they are young at heart. They like to party, to drink, all that stuff. It's all built for them. Bars and restaurants all made in the image for these old people, right? Like, we call it the Disneyland or Disney World for old people. So anyway, one day I'm sitting at one of those bars and I'm having a pint. How you guys sit in the UK? I'm having a pint and I'm drinking something and yeah, and I get a conversation with this old couple next to me, and so the man is kind of like more interested in talking to me, not like in a weird way, but just like, because He's like, where are you from? And then and I tell him Germany. He's like, oh man, that's crazy. And he's all interested in it, you know. His wife was just kind of off talking to somebody on the other side. So then finally I was like, okay, you know, and I dropped that on him, you know, because he asked me all kinds of questions and we just talk. And then it just like came out, yeah, my great grandfather, he wrote a book about World War II, or, you know, rather like his experiences in the concentration camp. And I explained it to him, and he's like, are you kidding me? I was like, no, that's real, that's real. And he's like, is that available? Is that available to buy and read? I was like, no, there's only 2 copies. One is in the museum, and one I have it. It's in German. He's like, are you serious? He's like, you need to translate this book. You know, and I was like, you know, and I feel so bad now because this is a while ago. I didn't immediately start translating the book right after that. It was a couple of months after that I actually did it, like a few months. But like I think back now, and I'm like, damn, like I wish I could remember this guy's name. I can't remember, you know. But yeah, and when he said that to me, I was like, you know what? That's a good ass idea. You know. So then it was like in there, and then it didn't go out. I was like, that's in there now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it, and I did. So it's a lot of fucking work, man. A lot of like, and then I sit at the computer like this for 13 hours. I might take one break in between for 30 minutes, eat something, and I'm back for another 6 hours. For 3 days, I was dizzy, man, because I was so like just in the screen. I was dizzy as fuck. It was horrible. I hated that feeling, but it's good now, you know. But it's from like like oh my god. Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's so great. It's so, but my end of the story is like that. I feel kind of stupid that I didn't have that idea. Like it's such an obvious idea to have, you know. Like especially now that I live in the U.S. and I mean I've lived in the U.S. for 17 years, you know. So it's like, how in the fuck did I not think about? Did I not think about that before? It's so crazy, but it's okay. So at least it's there. It's out there. The it's the zero for now. It's $0 on the Kindle Unlimited, which aggravates me because I am trying to make a little bit of revenue from it. You know, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, it's just out of the kindness of my heart. Yeah, sure, but it would be nice to make a buck or two off of it too. You know what I mean? Especially in the position that I'm in right now. So, you know, there's the $0 Kindle one right now, but it's only $0 for right now. That's just a promotional thing. If you have Kindle Unlimited, then it's for the hard or for the paperback, it's $19.99 or whatever. Then, unfortunately, I have to charge like a lot more for the hardcover. But if I didn't, I would not make anything off of it, basically. So the hardcover is going to be, I think, $36 or something. But you know, I mean, the paperback is $20. I think that's fair. You know, I think that's fair. Like, because my work, I'm an artist, right? All these paintings that you see here, I made all that. All the graphic design, I did all that, right? I am so used to knowing, to investing like hours and hours and hours of doing something and not getting shit from it, right? So I don't give a shit about the time I invested. I think it was a good investment. If I don't get paid for it, I don't care. What is in my head is that, like, for my great grandfather, right? Because he was the author of this book. He wrote that book. It was not like I wrote it. You know, I want people to see the value in what he talked about and how he expressed it and how he wrote it. You know, that's important to me. That, you know, of course, if somebody can appreciate my translational like talent or whatever you want to call it, my skill for translating or skill of translating, fine, you know. But to me, it's about the story and it's how he describes it because it's very good. Because it's kind of like, you know, the beginning, the middle, and the end is perfect, but the flow is also good. The ending is very close to the ending. It's quicker, and sometimes, a lot of times, I hate that because it makes me feel like the ending is rushed. But in this case, it didn't make me feel rushed at all because the middle part went so well into the ending that it was like the visual that you got was so perfect that it made sense how the ending went, right? It made perfect sense to me. Yeah, I agree, and I think so. And thank you. I think so too. I think just for the fact that, like I said, it's also the main thing, obviously. Hello, Antonio. Welcome in. The main thing is also, of course, the weird synchronicity that when I decided to do that, when I started to do that, who had just gotten into the office, and it was like perfectly on time. Hi, Pi. I like that name, Pi. But it's yeah, I like it. Hi, Pi. Welcome in. Um, hi, Joseph. How are you? Good to see you again. Please, guys, like, share, and follow me on my stream, okay, and on my TikTok page. Please, 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 please. I'm still trying to get to my 1,000 followers. Hi, Zagros. How are you? So at that same time that fucking he gets into office elected, I finish this translation of this book and publish it. It's the perfect time for raising awareness to have a book like that out there now, you know. And that's why, like, I really kind of hurried. I hurried my ass off to get that shit out there as fast as possible, and I did it. Um, and it came out good. If there is a mistake or two, I really, really tried my best. My best. I used grammar programs. Like, I edited this thing like 4 times. Like I said, my eyeballs were like falling out of my eyes. It was fucking crazy how much time I put into this. But it's out there, and I'm telling people about it. I want people to buy it. I want people to buy the actual physical copy. And anybody that knows me personally and wants to buy the physical copy, I will sign that shit for you. I don't know if that matters to you, but I'm just saying, I will. V, how's it going? Um, because I want this out there. It's Fall into Darkness. So yeah, it was hard. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I every time that I finished reading it after editing it or whatever, not every time, but I think 2 times. Like the first time that I read it completely, um, the second time I read it completely, and the very last time I read it completely, I cried all 3 times because it was like holy shit. Like, it was like two separate like things crying. It was like, holy shit, I did it. And it was like, and it's so beautiful because you just gotta read it. You just gotta read it because the ending is so, it's it's a good ending, and yeah, and the whole thing with him, hanging himself. I did not incorporate that because ultimately my hope is that that's not going to be our ending. My hope is going to be that our ending is the same ending that you can find in this book. That's always my hope, you know. Because although, oh hi, how you doing, Alex? Welcome. Good to see you again. Um, because yeah, it's. I mean, there's shit in there that there's the most atrocious things that you can imagine are literally in the book, described in the book, in gruesome detail. I guess the gruesomeness and the grotesquerie lies in this family. I love it. I think my great grandfather and I, we would have gotten along really well, I think. check that for you, Alex. Yeah, I hope you find it on there, Zagros. It would be nice if you could let me know that you. B said they found it already. I want to know if you find it. The hardcover is being reviewed right now, and the hardcover will be available probably within the next 2 or 3 days. But I would appreciate if you bought the paperback, of course. Okay, B. I know you still had a card. So if you want me to still pull another card for you after Alex here, let me know. I didn't forget about it. I just got caught up talking about this. All right, Alex. Let's see. Hopefully we can see it. Oh, yeah, yeah. So give me 1 second. Okay, so we got the Five of Cups here inverted. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm so sorry because it's not really great. It's not too bad, but it's not really that good. So it's I mean, actually wait a minute. Am I looking at the right thing? Wait a minute. I'm crazy right now. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Hold on 1 second. I feel like I'm not looking at the Oh, okay, hold on. What am I doing? Because yeah, okay. Nope, I'm not crazy. Okay, so don't ask what I just looked up. I'm fucking losing my shit. Okay, so this is actually talking. This is actually good. I I mistook the card for a different card. So let me retract because this again is talking about new relationships, which is good because it's the new connection that you're having that you're building again with Andrew right now. Okay, so it's very good, and it's talking about return of a past friend. I think you had that card last time too. So I think yes, I think there's a tendency that this is kind of like a validation for yes, because this is the return of your past friend. Um, the numeral. I looked up the numeral because for a moment I was like, "Am I crazy? That's 5, right? In Roman numerals." Sorry. Sometimes I'm a ditz for a moment, but then it goes away. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, and then B wanted to know about T Woman. Hello, thank you for joining. Please, guys, share, follow, and like my stream. Please follow me and like my stream and do all that. Help me out. I need all the likes and I need all the followers. If you can do that, I'm still not at my 1,000 followers on TikTok. I need a 1,000 followers. Please, 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 and send gifts too. Help me, help a sister out. We are the ones that wanna play. Always wanna know, but you never wanna stay. We are the ones that wanna choose. Always wanna play, but you never wanna lose. Love. Well, it doesn't say exactly how long or what day, but it's definitely, you guys are definitely going to be spending time together. No, I actually, Zargos, I'm not making videos, but I'm actually able to go live now. So I go live on TikTok. So I'm live on TikTok right now. Um, because for some reason, although I have under 1,000 followers, I'm able to go live, and I'm trying to, You found it? Do you see my name on it? You're all giddy. There's my name on it. I think my mom will be like, what? My daughter did this? I think, I think. No, I'm not an author by any means. No, not. Maybe I will at some time. Maybe I'll write something. I already like wrote my an autobiography or a biography, but it's I wrote it when I was like 17, so it's like sitting on my computer. It's called The Ducks That Laughed at Me, because we're a particular situation. But so no, I just interpreted and translated it. So I'm not. You see the author name on there is Hermann Erdmann Riemer. That's my great grandfather, but I'm just the interpreter and the translator of this work. So. But I'm also the editor and the illustrator because I did everything myself. Just the cover, just the cover took me about 8 hours to make. The cover of the book. It took me 8 hours to make. Eh. So now imagine that other shit. Oh my god. It's crazy. Mr. Beard, how are you doing? How you guys doing? Thanks everybody for coming in. Please follow me, like my stream, and share my stream. Come on, please, please help me out. Alright, B, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm pulling your card now. Thank you so much for being here. Oh! Oh my B, I don't know what it is, but you just keep getting these really fucked up cards, man. Not really fucked up, but they're kind of like, damn. So, Judgment Inverted. I got the wrong. Won't you touch me, let it go. Okay, so look, that's Judgment. Oh my god, I love this deck, dude. Oh, let it go. So, you asked about your emotional time there. It's something about guilt and worry and delay and fear. Okay. Um, I think these negative attributes that you're getting is for other financial issues that may be, yeah, there's something, whatever is financially going on, there's some bad things going on. Please, guys, like, share, and follow. Don't forget, like, share, and follow. Because if you share my stream, I know you guys got a lot of people on TikTok. Share my stream, and then they can see me, and then they can come, and we can have a big party. We can have a. I was gonna make like a super vulgar joke. I was gonna say we can have your party. We can have a party in your mouth, and everybody's coming. Delay. Like whatever is supposed to be happening at a certain time is not going to happen. It's going to be delayed. And I think it has to do with the whatever the materialistic aspect this with the delay. I wonder if I could. About you touch me, I won't let it go. I would really like to share it. Oh, maybe I gotta go into my. Oh, okay, maybe so. Maybe that's what it is then. Because we don't have a timeline. It's not like you said, "Oh, I want to know what happens." Well, you did say about the future, okay, but this sounds to be like a big convoluted thing, right? So because we don't have like an actual timeline, so the delay, if that, if it still relates to the same topic, but it happened in the past, or it's still like an ongoing thing, that may very well be the it. You know what I mean? We found a reason. I don't need an excuse. I got the sound on my. Oh, it just shows me like this. No, that's not what I want. The one to abuse. I'm trying to. I'm trying to share the book. Like, yeah, I don't know how. I thought I was able to do it somehow, but oh, share. Look at that. Copy link. There we go. All right. So now I can. So here's a link to my book, guys. To my book that I translated. It's not my book. It was my great grandfather's book, but I translated it for him. Well, not for him, but I translated it. Magic is one of those things that can be used for many different things, right? There's really not, and when people tell you that shit, it's just another way of fucking trying to divide things and make them into their own shit. Well, white magic is not really a thing, so isn't black magic, okay? It's not it. Magic is just magic. And you use it for whatever you want to use it for. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I understand that the label would be put on if you try to do something, in your opinion, good, it's considered white magic. To me, good and evil is not a thing, right? It's either constructive or not constructive or destructive. That's it. It either destroys or it creates, basically, right? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at everything in life. Because it is completely subjective. What is bad to one person is not bad to the other. Also, we always have to remember too, everything is relative, right? So like certain things are just like, oh wow, this person did this. But if you actually look on why did this person do it, the meaning of it can change from bad to necessary and good, which would fall into the constructive category to me, right? You know what I mean? So everything is relative. There are exceptions to the rule, of course, right? Like um, unconsensual forcing something or someone that's weaker than you to do things that they don't want to, like without consent. That is unforgivable. There's no like, is it evil? I don't know. It's just like, no, it's wrong. It's against nature. It's against nature. It's against natural order. Like, and that's it. Okay, that should be hilarious. Isn't it? Yeah, so here, I mean, I have done rich. Like I said, I'm a shamanka mainly. I am also a witch because it depends. Sometimes I use more of the let's say like the practices that a conventional witch would use, or like a classical witch, I should rather say. But then sometimes, most of the time, I dwell more in the shamanistic nature of things, and it also depends, because I am often very satanic in my beliefs and my approach in life. However, I still have a very strong root in, heathenry in other ways, um, because I'm very much involved in, you know, uh, let's say like, how would I describe it? Like, the summoning of ancestors and such. You know what I mean? So So I call, sometimes I'll do a satanic ritual, for self empowerment, because that's what Satanism is about. It's about self empowerment. So sometimes I'll do a ritual on that can incorporate similar aspects. It can be very similar to doing a ritual that's more outwardly, right, into the ether, if you will, into um um akasha. So so I consider myself a heathen, which, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I can't really say polytheistic Satanist, because like that's not really right, considering like the the forces that you know that it entails, but more like, because like a polytheistic Satanist believes in like Leviathan and Belial and all them, all these the princes of darkness, basically. It's more of a, it's how would I describe it? Like, it involves more of the darker spectrum of magic, and yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I can really say about it, because I don't know too much about it. But it is more about the adversity, and like uh, embracing the adversity, or the adversity to Christianity and such, which once in a while I'll be in there, but it is, I more or less favor working with animal spirits, animalistic energies, with with the natural realm, which is more on the pagan side, on the shamanistic side. And like I said, sometimes then there will be a satanic ritual, but that will be just a ritual of Satanism, right? Not of polytheistic Satanism. So it is solely about self empowerment. It is really like a more like a meditational, um, action, where you really focus your energy and your meditation on your inner dark light, the black light inside of you. That you can overcome things, that you can make these things, that you are responsible. That you don't sit here, you blame the gods, or you blame a god, or you blame. No, you understand your own responsibility in this whole thing, and that you must take this responsibility, and that you have, that's it. There's nobody else affecting your actions, your choices. So okay, so I try, right. There are certain, if there's an extreme situation, like a lady that I worked with, for instance. This is a good example. Okay, so there's a lady that I um I volunteer at the soup kitchen on Tuesday mornings, and I've become pretty good with a couple of people there, especially one lady. Her name is Dee, and she was very kind to me. She was the only person that made a genuine effort to learn how to pronounce my name and to actually call me by my name. And she was able to do it. Every day she came in and she would call me by my name. And I really liked it. And she was one of those ladies, like, she has like 6 kids. She's an old lady. And, you know, she already has many, like, physical problems. You know, she has, like, arthritis in her hands. You can see it. She has problems with her hip. But she still comes in religiously. Like, every Tuesday she's there. And she does it not just Tuesday. I only see her Tuesdays because I only do it Tuesdays. But she does it multiple days throughout the week that she comes in there and volunteers. So anyway, she was so kind and always nice to me. One day she brought me chamomile leaves. She's like, you know, I went to the store and I found this. And I thought it was just weird enough that I thought Dragana probably likes it. And I'm like, yes, I make chamomile tea all the time. You really like, thank you so much. She bought that for me. She brought me a gift, you know. So not this time, but the last time I went to the soup kitchen, it was so obvious immediately when we're doing stuff. I'm like thinking to myself, like, where's Dee? She's not there. But nobody's saying anything. I'm like, oh, maybe she's on vacation. Everybody knows about it. You know, who knows, right? So, hey, you just lost one. Welcome in. Thank you. Please like and share my stream, guys. Please follow me too, please. So anyway, so then I finally I'm like I'm gonna ask the question. But then somebody beat me too and said, isn't there somebody absent today? Like, is anybody absent today? And I'm like, yeah, there is. I'm like, Sandy's absent. Oh, Sandy's on vacation. I'm like, and where's Dee? And all of a sudden, everybody just kind of looked like, oh yeah, where's Dee? What the hell? And then one lady's like, okay, gather around, guys. And I'm like, bro, no, bro, don't tell me that shit right now. And the lady says that lady had a major stroke and is in the hospital and is in critical condition. And that was on Tuesday. And I was totally just like, I had to like hold back. I had to hold back. I was like, this is not good. This is not good. So they're like, we don't know if she's going to make it because it was really a major stroke, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God, dude. So I went home. I walked home that day too because usually one of the people that works there, Walter, he likes to take me home. It's very nice. And I walk home, it's a 5-minute walk, you know, it doesn't matter. But he was gone. I was like, okay, so he was gone. I was like, okay, he forgot about me or I don't know, whatever. It's no big deal. So I just walked home and I had my little, you know, on the way home and I got in the house and then I texted Walter. I was like, isn't that fucking, that's fucked. That's some fucked up shit. And he called me. He's like, oh my God, I totally forgot about you. Da, da, da. I was like, it's fine, it's fine. That night, I did a ritual. And I had it already planned that I was going to do it. But I incorporated, you know, sending out some serious words, you know, to say, you know, get her back on her feet now. You know, like, this is not. And then 2 days later, I found out that she had regained consciousness, that she was able to speak, although really only slowly. And right now, she's already in a rehabilitation center. So, thank you to all people that send out prayers, which that's not as powerful. But anyway, it's thoughts. It's a little energy sent out there. That's fine. But yeah, so I'd like to think that, although it was probably a collective thing, of course, but I'd like to think that I had a hand in this in a way. You know what I mean? And then, so now, to answer your question, yes. Please, guys, share and follow and like and do everything. Enjoy my blabberings and my stories. All right. B, are you still here, B? I don't know if you're still here or not. If so, I'm about to look at your love life. Amore. What, you're gonna have fucking you got the 10 of fucking swords. Oh god, I hope you don't get that. Oh my god. That's like the worst card. Like, it's debatable, right? Everything is pretty much debatable, but it's like people wanna argue like the tower. Oh my god, the tower, the tower, the tower. The tower is very much open to interpretation. It's not that horrible, okay? The 10 of Swords, however, that's fucking horrible, okay? No, I mean, maybe they are, but I feel like they're not. But all right, let's check. What's up, user? Welcome. All right. I'm going to pull the card now because I think it's good. Sorry, I hope you have the 2 of Cups. That's what you need. Oh my God, no! No fucking way right now, bro! Is it a coincidence? I think not. The tower inverted. Oh my god, dude! Scooby, how you doing? Good to see you. Wow, 3 days in a row, Scoops. You're on it. Okay. What does it mean? Nothing good. Does it mean? Okay. So I am firmly convinced, almost, that this is a representation of the past for you. Okay. I think this is a representation of you still, like, you not able to enter a good relationship because past experiences have influenced you in a very bad way, okay? And so there's issues now for you, okay? Because also there's a redundancy in life as well, okay? This is exactly what this card is talking about. It does? It's always been the same camera. I've never changed my camera. That's weird. Maybe it's your computer that finally caught up or something. But yeah, so it's mainly about this redundancy in life. You said you don't really have anything like that going on right now. So I think it's about what you have going on right now, that there's really not much like going on, and then also about an inability to break free from past events, from past relationships, okay? That's like negatively influencing your current state when it comes to romance. Hello Lulu, welcome in. Yeah. So I find it so hilarious that I'm sorry, like it's not good, of course, but I find it so funny that I just said, "Oh, the tower is not that bad," which it's not. I mean, you can tell right now it's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. Upright, it's a little bit worse, but it's like okay. But the 10 of Swords is fucked. Yeah. So that's what we can see here with your love life. Ah, fuck! I hate when that shit happens. God damn it! Come on. Come over here, you bastard. I told you guys already, I'm short. I'm sitting on 2 pillows right now. So anytime my feet are like dangling off the ground. So anytime I have to fucking do all this shit, I'm small. Like I can't get down there. My fat belly and everything. It's a horrible situation, everyone. Damn, I'm hyped up as fuck right now. I told you guys I got a lot of sleep. I got 10 hours of sleep or so. I'm able to get a lot of sleep now, so great. No, I'm not doing that right now. Oh, that's a good question. We can take a look at that. That's a good question. Let's take a look at that, Alex. Okay. Let me do Alex real quick, and then we're gonna do Scooby, and then we're gonna do B. I got you guys. I'm here. I'm here. Well, a lot of times if it's like consecutive, not consecutive numbers, but the same number, they're called angel numbers, right? There are meanings to those. To be frank, I have them written down. I do not have in my book of shadows. Yes, those are called angel numbers. I'm not sure which one means what. You know what I mean? There is a particular meaning to each of these numbers. But I can at least find out, like maybe the gist of it at least. You know what I mean? I want to thank you guys so much for this awesome stream right now. I'm having a blast. This is a really good stream. I like that you guys are very interactive and active in the chats. Appreciate you guys very much. Again, please like and share my stream and follow me. Most importantly, on TikTok, please follow me because I'm trying to hit my 1,000 followers. And I also do accept gifts, of course. And also, I do offer 3 and 10 card readings too. Those come at a little tiny price, though, not too bad. But you see my PayPal here. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will tell you. But yes, I'm available for 3 card readings and for 10 card readings. 10 card readings are really great because they're very extensive readings and they're very in detail. And they can also give you, they not always do, but they can give you really good, like, guidance, you know. That's why I always get jealous because I can't do readings on myself. It doesn't work because it gets completely, like, convoluted because it's, like, direct, like, it's like an electrical current with a magnet and all that shit. It's all fucked up and it just doesn't work. It's weird. Um, it's, well, to me, angels and spirits and all that, it's all one thing, and it's energy, right? It's energy that's pushed and manipulated in certain ways, be it from the beyond or be it from the present. You know what I mean? So, hey, Rosemary, I love that name too. That reminds me of Rosemary's Baby. That's a great movie. All right, now we're gonna shuffle that one more time because I just dropped that card. So. Yeah, but my 10 card readings, I really love them because they also, like, the cards are, each card is for something different. You know, there's one card that's specifically about the future. There's one card that, talks about people around you. There's a card that speaks about your desires, your accomplishments, like all that stuff. So each card is designated to a particular um, situation, and then there's one final outcome card. And then yeah, it's just I really I also like doing the 10 card readings because it gives me a little more range to kind of get in there and really find out what does this actually saying. A 1 card reading can be very vague, but when I have multiple cards, because then I lay them out, and then a lot of times too, it's like a story. They connect. All these cards connect and tell you about something. You know, when you just have 1 card, you're really just grabbing at the tiniest glimpse of energy that you can, trying to read what's going on there. You know what I mean? All right, let's see about those angel numbers. Oh my God! Yes, 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 yes. I can't believe you got that on this question. The Hierophant. That's very good. That is that's probably the best thing that you could have for this question. So the Hierophant is about mercy. It's about control over spiritual, like, situations and matters in your life. Okay, so basically what that's saying is you getting these like subliminal messages in the numbers is about divine inspiration. Okay, and it is conformity, and it's like you have a control over your spiritual needs. It's very good. It's very good. So these signs are a, a constructive energy reaching you. Okay, I love this right now. I love this. All right, next we got Scooby Dooby Doo. Yes, it is because what happens is, and that's my kind of like part of my lifelong hobby journey, I should say, right? Is to see all the similarities within, like, spiritual teachings, learnings, esoteric teachings and learnings, religions, theosophy, theology, all of these things, combined. There's so many things in all of them that overlap and that are very similar, if not exactly the same. So when we find these certain things, we know that there's, like, We know a lot of it is fucking like decked out to the max and a bunch of bullshit. But there's always like a core truth, a little tiny truth to it. And these are the real truth. So that's like a lifelong undertaking to finding all those out, you know? And that's my hobby. That's what I like to do. That's why I like to read about all of this stuff. And that's why I like to like engulf myself entirely in it. So, and the way you find this out in the first place is the weird synchronicities. Once you give it a chance, you start seeing these synchronicities that happen. And that's just straight up physics. People think it's hocus pocus. It's not. It's physics. Because it's a manipulation of the energy field around you. The dark matter around you, what we cannot see, that we know exists, that scientists have long proven exists. Albert Einstein has long proven many of these little things, you know what I mean? But we're now just starting to get in tune with those again, because our ancestors were. But then, you know, the rapid changes and progress of, you know, industry and technology and all of this changed so rapidly within like just a few hundred years that we came to a point where we totally forgot. We disconnected completely from our roots. We disconnected from where we come from nature. We disconnected from the energy, from Mother Earth, from the energy that created us, from the universe where we come from, you know. Um, but now these things are changing, right? Times are changing and it's flipping back again, especially with new generations, because, you know, we can see now, we're starting to see more of things like yoga, for instance, or certain, you know, meditational practices that they are actually proving that they have a good positive impact on the physical body, and we can measure this. We can take temperature, we can take measurements to show, to prove that these things, these spiritual ways that our ancestors utilized back then, that they're actually very good for us, that they actually are helpful, you know. Acupuncture, all of these things are actually things that medically, you know, like improve our health mentally, physically, psychologically, and emotionally. So that's where the line now is starting to cross between science and magic, if you will. You know, science and alchemy. You know, these things are all overlapping now because we're starting to be able to put these equations on the paper, because that's all the science is equations that were figured out by scientists and by mathematicians. You know, physics that you are finally able to put an equation to. That's what we're doing now. And there will come a time where we have an exact equation on, for instance, dark matter, you know, and there will come a time where we can measure exactly like energy outputs of us, you know, if we put our hand on somebody, is there something happening? The time will come where we will be able to measure that, and there will be things that, you know, it sounds crazy, but when you think about fucking Star Wars, that shit is not that far from the truth of what's going to happen in thousands of years. This can take a long ass time, but yeah, in thousands of years, because as a species, all the species evolving too, right? So speech will evolve. Everything that we see right here, right now, how it is, all our senses, all of that will evolve. So where can it go from here? Well, there will come a time probably where we won't need to speak anymore, because our brain will be so advanced that we can telepathically communicate. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but I understand and I know that this is going to be something that's going to be possible at some point in the future. That's it. That's just really how it is, you know. All right, so Scooby. Loki. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling good, BMF. Good. Yes, yeah, I remember Scooby. I remember that. Yeah, I think, you know, when we look at our track records, Zagros, I think it's probable. I think it's probable. We might be a lot less, you know what I mean? But I think it's probable that happens. Um, because although we will destroy our planet entirely if we don't stop now, we will find ways around it. Unfortunately, like I wish we didn't. I wish it would actually extinguish us so that there's a lesson just to be learned within the universe itself, within time itself. But, you know, it's not. So I just hope that we can, but right now, I mean, right now we're on down slope for the next 5 years or 4 years when it comes to, preserving this earth on a huge downhill slope. It's, we're gonna live in a desert land here very soon, especially of course here in the Americas or in the North America. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, Scooby. Don't you everything falls apart. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. Look at that. That's a great card. We had this earlier. I think it's a good card if I remember that correctly. Sorry, I'm a little bit like off my thing right now because I'm doing this. It's new cards, so I'm having trouble like with that.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you
See,
have,
it's not that. It's number 4, isn't it? Right. It's the 4 of Pentacles, not the 6 of Pentacles. See, because I flipped the two. It's the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So the 4 of Pentacles is about finances, okay, and it's about being very tight with your finances, almost to the point of like selfishness, okay? So it's about putting material gain over all else. Don't get like that. Don't get like that, Scooby. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. All right, now. Thank you. Hello, Rosemary. Thank you so much, Alex, for saying that. I appreciate you. Yeah, chakra is, for instance, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing that's being researched. That's being, recorded and analyzed. And there's a lot of like events, and a lot of people are seeing that these different chakra points they have an effect, but it's still just so downplayed, unfortunately by non-believers, I'd say, but I understand it too. You got to keep that skepticism up. You don't want to just believe it. I get it too, but it's hard. You did, Douglas? Oh my God, thank you. Did you got the paper cover? Oh man, I think it will be inspirational for you in a sad manner, but it will definitely be inspirational, I think, for you. I think so. Cutting some bad budgets and saving. I think that's a good idea. I think you should do that, though. Oh, I really think you would like it, Zarkos. Like I'm excited. I'm excited to hear your opinion on it when you're done reading it. It's not a long book. I think it's 117 pages. It's not that long. It's a small book. I think I remember showing it to you at some point. Um, I'm so excited. I appreciate you so much for buying that. That's so great. And the hardcover is, like I said, I finished the editorial thing with it today. It took me like 6 hours or whatever, but I finished it today, and that will be available. Oh shit, that will be available. I think probably like 2 days. And then at some point, I will definitely be recording an audiobook of it too. I'm just gonna use my voice, I think. It's gonna be fun. I want to make that my fun project about the book, right? I don't want to stress over it like I did with this. I want to make that kind of like a fun thing to do. Um, that's kind of my goal with the audio book. And I know somebody did say something to me also about AI. I could possibly use AI to record it, but I want to record it because I have my all my equipment to record things anyway as a musician, so it's fine. I have it. I can record it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna record my own voice if it's not too much of a fucking pain in my dick. But we'll see. See you later, Scooby. Thanks again for coming in. That was so great. Yeah, I mean, I really hope so that he would be proud. I actually the way I did the setup, even the setup of the book, even like the layout and everything is exactly how it is in the original. I changed nothing, except for of course like I have one page and a quarter or one page and an eighth of a page of my own words, a few words from the translator, I called it. And I have like in dedication to who, and I have thanks to who, and that's the only thing that's different. I added that from my own personal, for me. Everything else is exactly the same. The places where the contents are, my great grandfather's additional works that he wrote, those were actually turned into plays too. Yeah, so I kept it exactly the same from cover to back. Even the font, like I could not find the font that my great grandfather used because it was considered because I looked it up with the Google Lens and it kept on saying that it is like a German Gothic sans serif, grotesque, frank, some shit sans serif fucking Gothic thing. And I looked. I actually spent. That was one of the challenges. I spent one day. I went through 600 fonts. I looked through 600 fonts, and I finally came to the realization. I did it for one day and half the next day. Finally, I came to the realization I have to find something that's as similar as it possibly can be to the original font, and then I have to edit each letter myself. So each letter, even on the font, is edited. Points are extended or something like that, edited to look just like the original letters on the front cover of. But even I couldn't even like the S's are not. I couldn't find a font that had the S's like that corresponding with all the other letters. Like the K, I completely edited the K from the original. Like I deleted shit and then changed it myself to make it look exactly like the K on the original. Yeah, it was definitely a process, man, and I love it. There was really frustrating parts, but sitting here now thinking back, I'm like, I need to celebrate myself. Like, I need to celebrate myself because it was fun too. It feels very rewarding and accomplishing. Hey, how you doing, Mike? It's been so long. How are you doing? My God, how many years has it been? Let me check, Alex. Let me check. Good to see you, Mike. I hope you're doing well. What have you been up to? Yeah, and I think so. I think so because it is also, it's a book. It's a book about hope. It's a book about death, and it's a book about survival. You know what I mean? And in these times that we find ourselves in, I think it's very crucial. That's what I said earlier. Like it is kind of a weird coincidence, which I don't believe it is a coincidence, but it is something that I was able to get this done in a timely manner and publish it now. Is there's something that's needed. It was needed, and I had to do it. Somebody else could have done it, but I was in that moment, in that time, when it was like like it has to be done and you're the one there. Nobody else is gonna do it. You got to do it right now. Okay, I'm gonna do it. So uh, okay. Sorry about that, B. I'm getting a little. Please like, follow, and share, Mike. You too. Like, follow, and share my stream so that other people can come in here because we don't have many in here. So if you like, follow, and share, more people will come. I get more followers. I really need my followers. I need 1,000 followers. Follow me, follow me, follow me. All right, B, we'll do that right after. We're going to check on this for Alex real quick. Then I'm going to do yours, and then I'll make a little drink. Oh, Nine of Cups. That's a good thing. Nine of Cups is a good card. Nine of Cups is about pleasures, is about material goodness. So in a materialistic good state, I should say, material success. It's an overall well-being, abundant pleasures, choices. So it seems like yes, I think it is. He could be a good friend to you, because I think this card may be really directed at exactly his character. That he's probably a responsible person because he has material success. I think he'll provide you with an overall well-being because he is probably overall well-feeling, and you will have abundant pleasures and choices with him. Mhm. Very good. All right, B, it's you now, and then I'm gonna make a drink. Please like, follow, and share. Yes, I believe so. Yes, I believe that's the message here that we're getting. Oh, and I don't know if you're still here, Zagros, but the best, not the maybe not the best, but one of the best parts of the book is there are pictures in there. There are actually pictures in there of records that I got sent to me from the KZ Gedenkstelle in Dachau when I contacted them about the book because I know that they have the book, right? No, actually, what it was is like I thought that they wanted to have the book to put on display. They reached back out to me and explained to me that they have a copy, that's already in their collection, and that besides that, my great grandfather was also mentioned in somebody else's book that they also have on display. Okay, so upon that, they send me links to pictures of entries that were done during his stay in the concentration camp with his name, like he was entered, like the camp number he was giving. Um, Correct. Yes. There's only two copies. One is in my possession, and you're welcome, Alex. You're welcome. And the one is in the museum. So they were like, "Nah, we don't need it. We got one." But that's the only other one. So, but now we have it, and it's in English, so the whole world can read it. Maybe I'll find somebody who can translate it in other languages, in Spanish and shit. I know Spanish people. Maybe they can do it. All right, let's check on your intelligence, B. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's the Ten of Wands. Okay. So what this is immediately I was able to like understand what this meant. So this is talking about carrying a burden. Your intelligence currently is carrying a burden because you are trying to figure something out, right? But it's taking it at times, like it takes a toll on you, but you are able to maintain that, okay? But it is like a test. It's a test because it's kind of like oppressive a little bit too. Okay, and there are times where this is overwhelming stress. That's when I'm like this too. I'm exactly like that, girl. Oh my god, dude. I swear. So yeah, that's exactly what this is talking about right now. So, mhm. That's why immediately I was like, I see it. I see it. Like, he's like, oh my god, like exhaustion. Like, oh my god, my brain is like, yep. Thank you so much for coming, Alex. Again, you're such a great like supporter. I appreciate that very much. Have a good night. Hopefully, I see you tomorrow. Bye. Mm, I can maybe think. Saying it out loud would be kind of weird, but I could probably think about something. But I'm not really sure, like what it would be. I'm having. Oh my god, my brain just went to a totally different place just now. Oh my god, I gotta stop that. All right, people, don't run away. I'm gonna make a little drink real quick, okay? So don't run away. I'll be right back. Ew. Good for something. I love that song. Okay, okay. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not even gonna turn the camera off. I'm just gonna go. You're probably gonna hear me talk loud to my cats. Ow. What are you doing? something. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So what are you guys doing right now? What are you guys up to? Tell me, let me know, let me know. You know, sometimes I try to sing something in a lower, octave, but I just don't. It's not. I'm a soprano. Like it's impossible. It's not impossible. I can, but it's not. It's not good. It does not fit at all. I gotta sing it high. Ah, you used my emoji. How did you do that? That's so weird. How can you do that? You're a little hacker, aren't you? Oh, you redeemed hydration. I got it. Because you shouldn't be able to unlock these unless you like sub to me. I think. Little hacker, you. Unless I fucking fucked it up and changed it or something. I don't know. It's so good for something. Please, like, share, and follow people. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, that's how, yeah. So, so different topic. So, just random topic. You guys probably remember remember the show Married with Children, yeah? Bro, my parents watched the shit out of that show back then. And it was like I watched it with them and I watched it because it was like kind of sentimental for me, because my parents liked it, so I wanted to be with my parents, so I watched it with them. And it was like my thoughts would always shift. Like for a while I would like it, and then I would be like, fuck this show, like it's so annoying, not again. And then I would be like, oh, I can watch it again. Like, yeah, exactly. So it was like a back and forth. Oh. I feel old now. Well, I mean, the show started in '87, and I watched it, and I was born in '88, right? So I watched it when I'm like 9 or whatever. Like that show had 11 seasons. Like I never saw it, but it's so good for something. Um, so it does make sense that my parents watched it and that I watched it growing up too, because it went over like a couple of decades, basically, almost, almost. Um, so it's it is the same as it is with many of these shows that there's like this like sexual and explicit humor in it, but it's so like hidden that even if a kid watches it, they're not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get it. So I figured out now because I just randomly clicked on it because I was like, oh, fuck this show. Click, let's fucking just do it. Love and marriage, get Frank Sinatra singing that fucking song. And I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? So I watched the first episode and I was like, bro, so much was lost on me during my childhood of the show because it was made so hidden, the context. Hello, Starfire, welcome in. The context was so hidden, the vulgarity and all that, that I didn't get it, right. That's why the show was not really that great for me. Only these obvious scenes were like Al comes in, he's all stressed from work or whatever, or he sticks the newspaper under his arm and everybody knows what, and then he walks away and everybody knows what he's about to do, right? These are the funny parts. But even that I didn't get. But other parts you would get, simpler humor. But so I've been watching it. It's such a misogynistic show. Like Al is such a misogynist. But it's so funny because Peggy, his wife in the show, and Kelly, the blonde hair, like Christina Applegate, they fire back. Even so, Christina Applegate is supposed to be this dumb blonde. She fires back. They are totally like on the ball with like reciprocating these jokes. And I also remember when I was a little kid, I didn't think like Kelly was so pretty, right? It was like when they're all like woo whenever she comes into the scene. As a kid, like as an adult now watching it, I'm like, she was gorgeous. She was gorgeous. Like wow, really, really. I mean, I'm like, okay, I get it now. I get so many things about the show now, and it's funny. Like it's so funny. I've been watching it. It's been making me feel so like in this mood. Like I want to be a smart ass all the time. Because it also reminds me, I like these men in these shows that portray like they just don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And they're not hiding it. I like when people don't hide it, be it man or woman. I like when they don't hide it, that they don't give a shit. I like when they're open and honest. I hate when people don't give a shit, but they pretend that they do. No, fuck that shit. That's why I like Trailer Park Boys. Ricky, he doesn't give a fuck. Like he doesn't give a shit, and it's good, and I like it, and that's what I like about that show. It's funny because the women in the show is the same. Peggy, she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't cook for her. She doesn't clean. She just stays home. She doesn't have a job, and he's a shoe salesman, right? So that's the joke. He's like, Peggy, I'm hungry. She's like, oh, that's too bad, Al. He's like, oh yeah, well, I don't have a wife that cooks for me, so whatever. It's like, it's funny shit. Oh shit, you're 21. Oh my god! One of my good friends, my new good friends, she comes over all the time. She's that age. So it's kind of like I like talking to her because she's going through things that I went through, like similar things when I was her age. So I kind of give her like a little advice here and there. Not advice, but I tell her how it went for me and stuff. And she's so sweet. She's like, "I love you. I'll miss you. I'll be there later. I'm coming. I'm gonna get dressed and I'll be there in 10 minutes." And then she comes over and then we just have a drink. She just hangs out for an hour and then she leaves. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's so funny because of the Fed woman. Because that's mainly what comes in the store. Because the shoe store is actually exclusively for women's shoes anyway, right? So there's always these scenes about these hot women coming in there too, and the audience is like, woo, whistling, and then Al's like staring at her boobs. I mean, I'd rather have a man do that, obviously, and then I can say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, sorry, you have nice boobs or something, right? I would actually appreciate the response before I would be like, I'm not doing anything. No, like, be honest at least about your piece of shitness, okay? Like, at least be honest. Own it. Own it. That's it. Um, and yes, you're right. You're right. It is like because when they get into these extreme situations, you see it then, right? Then they're like giggling with each other or something. When they're trying to make somebody else feel bad or whatever. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. And then it's like, or there's like that one situation where Al is like, where is he at? I don't know where he's at. He's somewhere with this really hot woman. And this, most of the time, you know how these things are like, he gets interrupted or she's like, oh no, that's not how I meant it, or whatever, like shit like that. Always like, and then he doesn't get to like hook up with this other woman or whatever, right? There is this situation where that woman's literally like, I want to hook up with you, like this is it, like I don't care that you're married, like da da da. And Al is like, well, I'm married though, like I'm not gonna do it. Like she sucks, but she's mine. Like he says something along those lines, and then he doesn't do it. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, he's okay in my book. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, because that shows then that he's not really that piece of shit that he portrays himself to be. You know what I mean? Like, Oh my god. Like, cause he'll say shit that is like, go away. Well, I just want to make you happy, Al. Well, you make me happy if you go away. He says shit like that. What I also find so funny about the show too is that the whole show is about him not wanting to have sex with her, which is so nowadays these shows are portrayed the complete opposite. It's always about the woman not wanting to have sex with the man. But in this show, it's like Al doesn't want to have sex with Peggy, and Peggy always wants to have sex with him. And she's like, Al, can we do it? And he's like, ew, no, go away. I don't want to hear about it anymore. We did it 2 weeks ago. Like, and shit like that. Or he'll say, like, why? Am I being punished for something? Or something like that, Or she finds out some weird plot in order to be able to have sex with him. Like, he has to do it. She's like, I'll do this and this if we go upstairs. And he's like, and he's crying, like, and he starts crying, and he goes upstairs with her, and he's crying. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. I haven't seen him at the nudie bar. I've never seen him at the nudie bar. I know he reads, like, he has like a collection of those, like, magazines, but I have not seen an episode yet. I'm on season 5. Maybe this comes later, but I haven't really seen an episode where he's actually in the strip club. But you know who? But Peg is actually a regular in the men's strip club. Yeah, just like all that other, like, sexual stuff. Like, well, it would be it. Oh, what would really be great if you would be replaced by so, like, he's such an asshole, bro. But then Peggy always fires back, and Peggy was like, "Well, they're not gonna be in for a 1 minute stand, Al." She always has some fucking smart way of getting back at him, and he's like, it's so great. Like, my parents were kind of like that, but not in that extremity, of course. But there was like some play like along those lines too. That was that's just so funny. Like, for instance, today the episode was that the uncle died. One of the Bundy uncles died, right? And he had $500,000 that was going to go to one of his, like, relatives. And then all these guys are there, all these Bundy family members, male family members, and they're sitting there, and the lady's reading what the will says. Basically, the will says whoever is going to have a child is going to name the child after the grandfather or after the uncle that died. Um, not just the last name, but also the first name. They're going to get the $500, right? Or $500,000. So of course, Peg and Al are like, they were just arguing shit, and then Al's like, and she's like, and then they started, like, having sex, like, every day, trying to get Peg pregnant in order to get that fucking $500,000, right? But so then she takes the pregnancy test every day, okay? But what she is doing, she's still taking the baby pill in secret, okay? Because she doesn't want it to stop. She wants to always be able to have sex with him. So once she gets pregnant, he's gonna be like, okay, I'm good. I don't have to do it anymore, right? I don't have to have sex with you anymore. But she keeps taking the pill to prevent from getting pregnant. And one day, oh yeah, I actually remember that from when I was little. I haven't seen that episode now that I'm rewatching it again, but I do remember that episode. But so fucking Bud catches her. What are you doing, Mom? She's like, I'm taking my fertility pills. He's like, fertility pills? She's like, yeah, look, see, all fertile, huh? But she's taking her anti-baby pill, right? So it's like, okay, um, so somehow it gets out that, oh, that's it. So it keeps going and keeps going, and she keeps not getting pregnant, and Al keeps checking the fucking pregnancy test. He's like shaking. He's like, why is it not happening? He's totally desperate, right? She's like, la la la. She's having shit. So Bud's like, well, I don't understand why mom's not getting pregnant. She keeps taking the fertility pills. And Al looks at him, fertility pills? She's like, yeah, she takes them every day. I don't understand why she's not pregnant yet. And it dawns on Al, those are not fertility pills. Those are fucking baby pills. So now he's like furious. At this point, he has white hair now, right? They colored in his hair to make it look white, so he has white hair, and because he's so worn out from having sex every day. He's in a wheelchair. It's so fucking hilarious. Because it's so over the top, right? I think it's funny as fuck. So then, he looks at the thing and he, like, looks at the pregnancy test. Um, and he's like, puts his fist down, and Bud says something like, leave me. And then Kelly says, leave me. And now comes shit, and they walk out. And he's like looking around trying to think, like, what is he going to do? And then it dawns on him. He takes the pen and he breaks the pen open. And the ink, the blue ink, he puts it in the pregnancy test because the pregnancy test is supposed to turn blue when the person is pregnant. And then he takes the fucking pregnancy test. He's like, okay, we're going to have a baby. And she goes storming down. She's like, what? Yeah. And then, it goes from there. But it's so funny to me, man, that whole thing. It's so good. Yeah. So that's and that's the whole thing with them too about money. It's always about money. She goes shopping. He's like, Peg, what did you do with the $20 I gave you to go to the store to buy dinner so you could cook dinner? She's like, oh, well, Al, well, first of all, I got something to eat. There's no dinner, but she got something to eat somewhere. She's like, first of all, I got something to eat, and then I bought this jacket. It's like, and he's like, great, no dinner again. He's like, kids, find that old bubble gum that was stuck underneath the table. We're gonna cook that up in the pan and shit like that. It's so funny, dude. I'm like, damn, that's so fucked up. She can't even cook dinner. She's a home all day, bro. No, that's good. So that's my show because my other show that I just watched, the serious show that I watched, A Handmaid's Tale, that just had the season finale episode, and my fuck, the season finale episode was good, but the episode before that was horrible. It was so upsetting, but it had to be done. Like whatever. So, but that's I think that's over now. I think that there's no more seasons. I think that was the last season. But yeah, I'm waiting on the new Stranger Things season. I certainly hope we will. Yeah, but I think I'm maybe gonna hop off now. Not much going on tonight, but I mean, you guys were great. Everybody that was in here, I really had a good time. Thank you to Alex. Thank you for Mike popping his head in. Thank you, B. Thank you, Scooby was in here. Thank you, Zagros, of course, and thank you so much for buying the book. Oh my God, that's I hope I want your opinion on that. Like, really, I want your opinion on that. I hope I don't know what it's telling you for shipping because I ordered author copies, just one for my brother, but I wanted to see what it looks like. So it's not going to be here till Saturday. I don't know if it's faster for you or not, but and then thank you BMF. So thank you. We should. I think we should. That would be good. Um, yeah, you can just hit me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll tell you some other shit that's happened, uh, and some other things that are going on. Uh, but yeah, Friday or or Saturday. That's good. That's good. Yeah, mine's gonna be here supposedly Saturday. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'll be back tomorrow. Of course, I'll be back earlier probably. I'm probably gonna do like all day and then take a break and then at night too. So, but I appreciate you guys very much. It was a great stream. I had a good time. Thank you for letting me ramble and listening to me blabbering on about this shit that I've been doing. So again, I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, I want to say don't forget tomorrow knows that in spiritual turmoil. Help the cause and stop reproducing. And until tomorrow, I say tschüss, bravo, and bye.